New England fans have been spoiled the last 25 years. And they got a taste of what it's like to be a sports fan outside of New England last night when the 65 win, 135 point, all time best regular season team ever, Boston Bruins, choked a 3-1 series lead and lost to the Panthers in game 7 of the first round of the NHL playoffs. I thought it'd be interesting to talk about.
Yeah, the reason why I brought it up, I was like, hey, you know what? And you're like, what? I was like, if you think about it, the greatest regular season team of all time in basketball, football, baseball, and hockey now has all collapsed in epic fashion. And two of them have been New England sports teams. So we had the Boston Bruins last night after having the greatest regular season of all time, choke away a 3-1 lead. And the funny thing is, the Patriots at least got to the Super Bowl. The Warriors and Steve Kerr's 19-0 in Western Conference playoff matchups self got to the finals and lost 3-1, Draymond getting suspended. Seemingly something fluky happened. In the Patriots game, it was the David Tyree helmet catch. In this, it was just everyone on the Bruins getting hurt. And then what happened with the Mariners?
The Mariners lost to the Yankees.
The Mariners, okay, well,
but in the ALCS, they at least won a playoff round.
Yeah, they won a round.
So the thing for me, it's like the Bruins, 135 points, best regular season team. You know, the President's Trophy has not made it out of the second round since 2013.
That's a curse if I've ever heard one.
That's a curse, 100%. The Lightning, similar team, a couple years ago, lost in the first round, got swept in the first round. So there's definitely something wrong here. And then, you know, you talk about the Warriors, you talk about them. The Mariners are the best regular season team of all time in the MLB. And they didn't make the playoffs for 20 years after that.
Yeah.
So it's cursed, completely cursed.
Which one would you say is the most cursed out of all of them? Because for me, I think about how far they got and the ending for it and just how it ended and how football's kind of a one and done sport. So I think, honestly, for me, it would be the Patriots. That one's probably the one that stung the most because they get the farthest. The Bruins just got there. A lot of injuries. Patrice Bergeron was hurt. Everyone was seemingly banged up on that team. And then the Warriors, Draymond gets suspended, and then Steph Curry sprained his knee in there. So you give him a little bit of grace. And it came down to the last seconds in the NBA Finals. For you, which one of those do you see as like the biggest failure to capitalize on a regular season?
Oh, it's the Bruins, 100%. So the Patriots, you have 60 minutes to win the Super Bowl. Had a bad game, whatever.
Okay.
The Warriors, they ran into the second best team in that league at the time in the Cavaliers.
Yeah.
Cavaliers were really good. They lost to LeBron. Okay, no problem in that. And then the Mariners, it's baseball. Baseball is cursed sometimes. It just happens to be. And then they also ran into the Yankees, who historically own the Mariners. The Bruins, the Panthers? You lost to the Panthers. They had 90. They snuck into the playoffs. This would be like if the Celtics had faced the Raptors and got swept. This is equivalent. It's horrible. And not only that, you had a 3-1 series lead. You had a minute to go before you advanced on to the next round, and you choked a goal away.
Yeah.
Went into overtime, and within 5 minutes, your season was over. And it's like you made all these moves at the trade deadline. You got all these players. You had the best lineup by a mile. So much depth. And you choke it away. You had a 3-1 series. You had not one, not two, 3 opportunities to close them out, and you failed miserably. It's embarrassing. That's easily the biggest choke job
Overtime
ever.
twice, right?
Overtime twice.
Yeah.
And then their goalies implode. Their players implode. They can't put the puck in the back of the net. Like, this is the ultimate choke job of any, not only Boston sports, but like professional sports choke jobs ever.
Yeah, because I feel like the Celtics, I can't really point to like a huge choke job besides them maybe blowing a 13-point lead to Miami when they were playing LeBron. But it's still like they were still outgunned in that series, and they still should have lost that series with older Paul Pierce and Kevin Garnett versus Dwayne Wade, star from the hit show The Cube, still in his prime, and LeBron James and Chris Bosh and Ray
Mm.
Allen on that team. So it's like, for me, it's like that's not as big. For me, it's probably has to be this Bruins team where out of nowhere they just implode, go down in flames. So congrats to the Florida Panthers. You guys earned this. Congrats to the Giants, Cavs, and the Yankees for beating the Mariners in all of these games because you took down the regular season Giants. So is this a sign for teams to going for it all in the regular season? It just really doesn't matter when it comes down to it in the end.
No, it doesn't matter at all because even a team like the Eagles last year, who are the best team in all of the NFL, granted they ran into the Chiefs in the Super Bowl, nothing to knock them, and they were 3 points away from winning. But the regular season team, the best regular season team, rarely wins it all. In fact, it's extremely rare when that happens.
Yeah.
Panthers in 2015 is another great example.
Milwaukee this year.
Milwaukee this year, like the best team almost never wins at all.